하나 소자와
Hey, welcome to Binge Watch with Sids. This month is absolutely stacked, and trust me, TV is not playing around. I've dived deep into Netflix, Prime Video, Apple TV+, HBO Max, you name it, to bring you a curated list of the 10 most hyped, jaw-dropping new series dropping this August. We're talking everything from brain-twisting mysteries, chilling horror tales, and dramas so intense you'll forget to blink. If you thought last month was wild, wait till you see what's coming up. Let's jump in, because your next obsession is just a scroll away. Number 10, Wednesday, 2022 to 2025.
The only person who gets to torture my brother is me.
Allowed to procreate. Getting expelled was just
Topping our list is none other than Wednesday, a brilliantly twisted gothic delight that took the world by storm and gave the Addams Family legacy a bold new chapter. Airing from 2022 to 2025, this supernatural mystery series puts the spotlight squarely on Wednesday Addams during her rebellious teenage years. And honestly, I couldn't imagine a better fit. After pulling a deadly prank that gets her expelled, Wednesday is shipped off to Nevermore Academy, a boarding school for outcasts tucked away in the misty town of Jericho, Vermont. But this isn't just a moody teen drama with skulls and sarcasm. From the moment she arrives, Wednesday is pulled into a web of murders, monsters, and mystery. One of my favorite things about the show is how it balances Wednesday's cold, sharp-edged personality with real emotional depth. She may be guarded, but you can't help rooting for her as she slowly and grudgingly connects with others, like her bright werewolf roommate Enid, or sweet bug-loving Eugene, and of course the ever-loyal Thing. The show is a stunning mix of horror, humor, and heart, wrapped in a gorgeously gothic aesthetic. Plus, with Tim Burton behind the camera and a standout performance by Jenna Ortega, Wednesday nails that perfect blend of weird, witty, and wonderful. Number 9, Alien, Earth 2025.
Invasive species.
Stepping into truly terrifying territory with Alien Earth, a brand new sci-fi horror series that brings the iconic Alien franchise to television for the very first time. And as a longtime fan of the films, I have to say, this one looks absolutely intense. Set in 2021, just before the events of the original Alien movie, the series kicks off when a mysterious spacecraft crash lands on Earth. Enter Wendy, a groundbreaking hybrid, part human consciousness, part machine, leading a team of elite tactical soldiers sent to investigate. What they find inside, let's just say it's the stuff of nightmares. But what makes Alien Earth more than just a creature feature is its layered world building. Earth is now run by 5 mega corporations, including the infamous Weyland Yutani, so there's a sharp critique of power, technology, and exploitation woven into the horror. The show explores deep questions about identity, control, and survival, all while keeping the tension cranked to max. With only 8 episodes, it's clear the storytelling will be tight, fast-paced, and full of the franchise's signature dread. I'm honestly excited to see how they balance the philosophical edge of sci-fi with the visceral terror that made Alien a legend. Number 8, Butterfly 2025.
At some point, you start to lose yourself.
John is alive.
When he died, I trained his daughter to be the most valuable asset in the
Alright, kicking off our list is Butterfly, and let me tell you, this one's got all the makings of a pulse-pounding thriller. Dropping on Prime Video on August 13th, Butterfly throws us into the double life of David Young, a former US intelligence officer now laying low in South Korea. Sounds peaceful, right? Not for long. David's carefully built quiet life goes up in flames when ghosts from his past come knocking, specifically in the form of Rebecca, a cold-blooded sociopathic agent working for a shadowy group called Caddis. She's not just any antagonist, she's terrifyingly efficient, and every scene with her looks like it's going to raise the stakes even higher. What I find especially interesting is that this isn't just your standard run-and-gun spy story. Butterfly digs deep into the emotional weight of espionage, touching on themes like identity, betrayal, and the price of redemption. It's part thriller, part psychological deep dive, and if done right, it could really stand out from the usual spy fare. Based on the graphic novel by Boom Studios, shows. Personally, I'm excited to see how they balance the action with the emotional beats, because that's where shows like this can really shine. Keep an eye on Butterfly, I've got a feeling it'll hit harder than expected. Number 7, Upload, 2020 to 2025.
We really want to upload? We could be together forever.
You're so amazing.
1. Upload.
One of the smartest and most underrated sci-fi comedies out there. Streaming on Prime Video, this show takes place in a near-future world where dying doesn't necessarily mean the end. Instead, your consciousness can be uploaded into a luxurious digital afterlife called Lakeview. The story kicks off with Nathan Brown, a young coder who dies under sketchy circumstances in a self-driving car accident. He wakes up in Lakeview, funded not so generously by his clingy and honestly super controlling girlfriend Ingrid. But things take a twist when Nathan connects with Nora, his down-to-earth customer service rep, who starts to question whether Nathan's death was really an accident. What I love about Upload is how it blends sharp satire with genuine heart. It tackles big themes, like tech ethics, capitalism in the afterlife, and the blurry line between real and virtual relationships, without ever losing its quirky charm. Plus, the chemistry between Nathan and Nora is surprisingly heartfelt, even if they're living in two completely different realities. With 4 seasons wrapping up in 2025, now's the perfect time to binge it. Upload is funny, fresh, and quietly profound. It's Black Mirror with a sense of humor. Number 6, Invasion, 2021 to 2025.
What is being visited upon our Earth?
Contact 1!
Now here's a series that's been slowly building tension over the years. Invasion. Streaming on Apple TV+, this sci-fi drama isn't your typical alien invasion blockbuster. Instead of focusing on explosions and flashy tech, it leans into the human experience during a worldwide crisis. And honestly, that's what makes it so compelling. The story unfolds through the lives of 5 very different people across the globe. There's Anisha Malik, a doctor and protective mother trying to keep her family safe. Trevante Cole, a tough US Navy SEAL caught behind enemy lines, and Mitsuki Yamato, a brilliant Japanese communications expert dealing with personal loss while trying to make sense of the alien signals. Each season peels back another layer of the mystery, and the show's strength lies in how it mixes large-scale dread with intimate character moments. It's slow burn, yes, but if you're into thought-provoking sci-fi that's more about survival and human connection than just spectacle, Invasion is worth your time. I personally love how grounded it feels. It makes the alien threat scarier because it feels real. Number 5, Outlander, Blood of My Blood, 2025.
There was a deafening sound. And then you were gone. Or perhaps I was.
Now, here's something Outlander fans have been waiting for. Blood of My Blood, a prequel that dives deep into the roots of the epic Fraser love story. Set to premiere in 2025, this historical romance drama unfolds across 2 timelines, 18th century Scotland and World War I England. And let me tell you, the stakes are just as emotional and just as dramatic as the original series. In the Scottish Highlands, we follow Brian Fraser and Ellen Mackenzie, whose love defies clan rivalries and tradition. Their story mirrors that same fiery spirit we saw in Jamie and Claire. Meanwhile, in war-torn England, Henry Beauchamp and Julia Morriston fall in love amidst bombs, duty, and emotional upheaval. What I find really beautiful about this series is how it shows that Jamie and Claire's legendary bond didn't come from nowhere. It was shaped by generations of bold, complicated love before them. There's something deeply satisfying about watching these parallel romances unfold, knowing where the story eventually leads. Outlander, Blood of My Blood isn't just fan service. It's a rich emotional journey in its own right. Number 4, Twisted Metal, 2023.
Calypso. And I'm hosting a tournament. If you win, I will grant you.
If you're craving chaos, carnage, and a whole lot of dark humor, Twisted Metal might just be your kind of madness. Based on the cult classic PlayStation game, this post-apocalyptic action comedy hit Peacock in 2023, and it's as wild as you'd hope. The story follows John Doe, a wisecracking amnesiac milkman, yes, milkman, who's promised a better life if he can survive a cross-country delivery through a world gone completely off the rails. Along for the ride is Quiet, a no-nonsense car thief with her own score to settle. all. But the real show stealer? Sweet Tooth, a psychotic clown driving a tricked-out ice cream truck, and honestly, one of the most bizarre yet entertaining villains I've seen in a while. What I love about Twisted Metal is how it leans into the absurdity but still delivers surprisingly heartfelt moments. The car combat is absolutely bonkers, and the world building feels like Mad Max got thrown into a blender with Saturday morning cartoons. And somehow it works. Whether you're a fan of the games or just love wild action with a twisted sense of humor, this one's a blast. Definitely not your average apocalypse. Number 3, Chief of War, 2025. Coming in at number 3 is a series that feels truly epic in every sense. Chief of War, premiering on Apple TV Plus on August 1st, 2025. This historical drama brings the untold story of Hawaii's unification to life, and what makes it stand out is that it's told from the indigenous perspective. Set at the end of the 18th century, the series follows Kaiana, a noble warrior who leaves his island home only to witness the rising threat of Western colonization. Realizing what's at stake, he returns with a mission to unite the fractured Hawaiian kingdoms before foreign powers can divide them. But his journey isn't just about war, it's about navigating betrayal, prophecy, and the crushing weight of leadership. The visuals look absolutely stunning, lush, cinematic, and raw, and with a score by Hans Zimmer, you already know the emotion and scale are going to be next level. What I really appreciate is how Chief of War doesn't just tell a historical tale, it gives voice to a culture often sidelined in mainstream media. Number 2, The Terminal List, Dark Wolf, 2025. At number 2, we've got a gritty, high-stakes prequel that fans of The Terminal List are definitely gonna want to check out. Dark Wolf, dropping in 2025, this 7-episode series pulls us into the origin story of Ben Edwards, and trust me, it doesn't hold back. Set years before the events of the original show, Dark Wolf traces Ben's journey from hardened Navy SEAL to shadowy CIA operative. What really grabbed me here is how the series doesn't just focus on the action, it gets into the emotional cost of living in the shadows' questionable missions, blurred morals, and the personal demons that come with the job. We also get to see the early dynamics between Ben Edwards and James Reese, which adds powerful context to the betrayal that shocked fans in The Terminal List. Knowing where their friendship started only makes what comes later hit harder. The cast is stacked too. Tom Hopper, Luke Hemsworth, and Robert Wisdom bring serious intensity to their roles. Honestly, Dark Wolf feels like a raw, darker layer to the franchise. Limitless, 2022 to 2025. This one's a personal favorite if you're into self-improvement and science. In this eye-opening docuseries, Chris Hemsworth pushes himself to the limit, literally, as he takes on challenges like fasting, freezing temps, and intense mental trials to uncover the secrets of longevity. It makes you think twice about your own daily habits. Hostage, 2025. If you love high-stakes political thrillers, Hostage should be on your radar. The plot is razor sharp. The British Prime Minister's husband is kidnapped, and at the same time, the French president is blackmailed during a major summit. With careers and lives on the line, the two leaders are forced into a shaky alliance to uncover a conspiracy that runs deep. Number 1, Peacemaker, 2022. Rolling in at number 1 is one of the most unexpectedly brilliant superhero spin-offs we've seen in years. Peacemaker. Spinning out of the Suicide Squad, this series takes the chaotic energy of the film and somehow cranks it up even further. The show follows Christopher Smith, better known as Peacemaker, a gun-toting, overly patriotic mercenary who lives by one twisted motto: peace at any cost, even if that means leaving a trail of bodies behind. Peacemaker dives deep into Chris's messed up psyche, his strained relationship with his racist supervillain father White Dragon, and what it really means to be a hero. And with offbeat teammates like the unhinged Vigilante, the sharp and grounded Leota Adebayo, and no-nonsense Amelia Harcourt, the team dynamics are as fun as they are explosive. What I personally love about this series is its balance. Let's be honest, John Cena absolutely owns this role. His performance brings so much heart to a character that could have easily been just a joke. If you enjoyed this countdown of must-watch TV series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more recommendations coming your way, whether you're into intense thrillers, clever comedies, mind-bending sci-fi, or emotional dramas. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments which show you're most excited to binge. Until next time, happy watching!